Hi, I'm Lisa Salen. I've created this stretching series because many of my clients have issues with their muscles, with their bones, and with their general health. And I have found that if you stretch every single day, you're going to be healthier. You'll make healthier choices throughout the day, and this is a good way to get your day started. So I'm going to take you through some stretches that I've put together. It's a sequence. This one's about 30 minutes long. And those of you who don't have time for the 30-minute sequence, I do offer a 15-minute sequence as well. What I'm going to ask is that you wear comfortable clothes and find a comfortable place to sit in your home where you have some room around you. You don't need a yoga mat, but if you have one, go ahead and use it. There are a couple of other props that I suggest that you have as well. One is a strap, and if you don't have a yoga strap, just take the bathrobe tie off of your bathrobe. That works just as well, or maybe a belt. There may be times when your knees don't fall gently to the floor, like this. Rather than create more stretch than is necessary through those muscles, I'm going to suggest that you get either a blanket or a pillow so that you can put it comfortably underneath your knee and allow your body to gently open at its own rate. If you're ready to get started, we're going to start with some breath work. First breath I'm going to teach you is 3-part breath. This is a typical yoga breath. We breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. We're going to place our hands on our bellies, and as we inhale, the belly will expand. So we're going to inhale and exhale. When you inhale, see if you can feel that breath coming up. Inhale, so it's going to be belly, rib cage, collarbone. We'll do 3 breaths just like that. The advantage of breath work is that it will get the oxygen flowing through your system, really bringing blood into all of the muscles and cells and organs and glands. Breathing is important, or else we wouldn't be doing it every single day, would we? There's another breath I'd like to share with you. It's called breath of joy. I'm going to demonstrate it, and then I'm going to ask that you join me. I'm going to inhale, my hands to heart center, and exhale. Inhale, the hands move away from the chest. Exhale, open the heart. Inhale, round the back. Exhale, hands come back to the chest. So let's do that 3 times together. We'll inhale to begin, exhale, and then we'll start our movement. Inhale. Exhale. Begin. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. If you do nothing more than breathe every day, you're ahead of the rest of humanity. Trust me on this one. So I encourage you to practice breathing often. We're now going to move into some stretches that are going to open up our neck and our shoulders. We'll start with some simple shoulder shrugs. We're going to do these slow. So I'm going to ask you to place your hands on the floor by your side. You're going to inhale the shoulders up to the ears, and exhale, slowly release. 2 more, just like that. Let's do 5 quick breaths like that. It's important that you open up your shoulders before we move our neck. So now we're going to open up our shoulders a little bit more with something I called swimming arms. Most of you know how to swim, and if you don't, just follow along. We're going to swing our arms forward 5 times. And now reverse. Go at your own pace, maybe slower. Maybe even exhaling through your mouth. You should be really feeling that through your shoulder blades. It feels good, so do it often. We're now ready to open up our neck. So follow along. First, we're going to look over our left shoulder. Come to center. Go to the right shoulder. Back to center. Let's coordinate this with our breath. Inhale. Exhale to center. Inhale. Exhale to center. One more. Awesome work. We're opening up all of the joints, so if you hear any cricking or creasing, that's good. We're lubricating the neck right now. We're getting that synovial fluid moving around the bone, and we're opening up the tendons and the ligaments and the muscles. Now we're going to take our ear. We'll start with our left ear, and we're going to drop it to our left shoulder. On an inhale, inhale down. Exhale up to center. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep your shoulders down, away from your ears. Don't let them creep up. Great job. Now we're ready to do our neck rolls. So drop your chin to your chest. Roll over your right shoulder gently. Carefully roll your neck backwards. If there's any tight spots, like one I just encountered, I'm going to just breathe into it a minute before I move on. The spine is nice and straight, shoulders are down, away from the ears. When we get to the center, let's move in the opposite direction. Ah, that feels so good. No matter how limber I am, I want you to observe that I'm still pretty tight through the neck. So I'm just going to hang here for a second again. If I want, I can add a little weight by putting my palm down towards the floor. And then I'll continue with my revolution. And then coming back to center. The next thing I'm going to show you is a lymphatic brush stroke. Keeping our lymphatic system healthy is important. You can do this by dry brushing before you get in the shower every day with a natural bristle brush. You'll brush always up towards the heart. For this, what we're doing right now, I'm just going to show you a lymphatic stroke where we're going to stroke from our neck to our collarbone. So you can use 3 fingers, and even if you have jewelry on, it's okay. You're just going to sweep down like this towards your collarbone. This will stimulate the lymphatic system. So just jut your chin way up there. It looks funny, but who's looking, right? A healthy lymphatic system is a healthy body, so I encourage you to do that whenever you're feeling a little sluggish, okay? Especially during flu season. Keep your lymphatic system healthy, and the only way for you to get that lymph to move is for you to move, so move often. Now we're ready to move on to stretching our spine, and we're going to do that with a seated cat-cow. You take your hands and place them on your knees. As you inhale, you're going to roll your chest and your spine forward, head back. On the exhale, really exaggerate your movements and pull all the way back. Oh, feel it all the way down to the base of the spine. I need this. Inhale. Exhale. Once more, inhale. And exhale. Hello, body. We're going to do something now called slow spinal twist. We have a tendency to want to rush through this one. We're going to do it slowly. So I'm going to do it once, and then I'm going to ask you to follow along behind me. I'm going to start out by taking my left hand and placing it behind my sacrum on the floor. I'm going to take my right hand and place it on my knee. I'm going to inhale, and the first thing that moves is my belly as I exhale. I inhale again. I now exhale belly and rib cage. Inhale, belly, rib cage, shoulders. Inhale again, belly, rib cage, shoulders, neck. Unwind slowly. Good job. Let's change sides. We're going to do the same sequence on the opposite side. So now I'll take my right hand and place it behind me. My left hand is going to go on top of my knee. I'm going to take a deep breath in. Exhale, belly. Inhale. Belly, rib cage. Inhale. Belly, rib cage, shoulders. Last one, inhale. Belly, rib cage, shoulders, and neck. Woo, I can feel that on my sacrum. Unwind slowly. Woo, I can feel that down around my sacrum. If you don't know where that is, it's a triangular shaped bony structure that sits at the base of your spine. Tailbone's at the base of the sacrum. We have a lot of muscles that attach there. That's what we're trying to open up in this sequence. We're moving on now to what I call the seated side stretch. We're going to do it 2 times on each side. We'll start out again with our left hand on the floor. We're going to take our right hand and we're going to extend it up as high as we can towards the ceiling. Take an inhale here. On the exhale, begin moving your body towards the floor. Keep that arm straight. Now your elbow is going to bend. You may go all the way to the floor. You may not. It's okay. If you're here, stay here. Keep yourself in alignment. This is a side body stretch. So I'm going to look forward. Oh, that feels so good. My fingertips are reaching towards the opposite wall. And I'm keeping both sits bones on the floor. I'm going to inhale back to center and lower my right arm. Left arm extends up to the ceiling. Right hand goes out to the floor. Inhale in. And exhale, begin your side stretch. Oh, this feels so good. Oh, I can feel it in my rib cage. I can feel it in my obliques. Back up to center. And if you don't know what those things are, that's okay. Just feel it somewhere in your body. We're going to repeat the same thing on both sides, just a little faster. And remember, if you feel tension anywhere, breathe into it. Just send your concentration to that spot. and thank your body for opening up and receiving the breath and receiving the circulation. Inhale. I think my cat is going to join us in a minute if he hasn't already. His name is Jackie Chan, so he kind of likes being on camera, much like his namesake. One of the parts of my body that feels a lot of congestion, because I exercise a lot, and for some people, some of my clients, they feel congestion there because they don't exercise a lot. But it's around the sacrum. This is where the sacrum is. So what I'm going to ask you to do is just sit on the floor like I am, bend your knees, and your feet come out in front of you. You're going to put your hands on the floor for support, and you're going to drop your knees, come here Jackie, to one side, and then back up to center. Then we're going to drop them to the other side, and back to center. It's lovely having pets because they always get in the way of the videotaping, but it's kind of cute, isn't it? It's real life. Because gosh knows, when you're doing this at home, you might have children who are coming in and bothering you. You may have a dog that comes in and bother you. If you're married or have a significant other, they might come in and bother you. Keep stretching anyway. So this feels so good that I'm going to lower down to my elbows. If this is available to you, go ahead and do that and just really roll across those bony landmarks. It may not look super elegant, but who cares? We're doing this so that we get healthy. So that we can go throughout our day with grace and ease, and without having to kind of go ouch, ouch when we take steps. That's why I do it. Just roll back and forth a little more. Not too many people are going to massage your butt for you, so that's why I do this. I can massage my own butt, and it's legal. Oh my. All right, moving on. Now that we've opened up our lower back and our glutes with that last movement, we're going to point our toes, and then we're going to pull our toes to the nose. So just simple point your toes, toes to the nose. Really pull those toes to the nose. See if your ankles can come off the floor. Point, stretch, and go ahead and just circle your ankles around. Get those ankles awakening in either direction. If any of you have trouble pointing your toes, get out your bathroom robe strap and hold onto your foot, point it down, and then pull it towards you, just like this. Point and pull it towards you. This will make it real easy. You know, our ankles are foundational, as are our feet. So it's important that we keep all of these joints lubricated. Click, click, click. Don't worry about the clicking. It's usually just muscle. Hopefully it's not bone. If it is, please go see your doctor. But typically it's just muscle rubbing against muscle. Good job. We're going to do what looks kind of like tree pose seated. And you're going to take your left leg and you're going to bend it and press the flat of your foot, the sole of your foot, against your thigh. If your knee doesn't make it to the ground, get that blanket out or that pillow out and just prop it up. Because as I said before, we don't want to hyperextend any of our muscles. Okay? So we're going to take a breath here. And we're going to exhale forward, keeping your spine straight. If you need your strap, grab it, wrap it around your foot, and just pull in a little closer, a little closer. So we inhale here, exhale, fold forward. And then go ahead and round your head down towards your knee. To come up, place your hands on the floor and then just walk yourself back up. We need to get this whole sequence on the other side. So I'm going to straighten my left leg. I'm going to pull my right foot in. My inhale is here. My exhale, I start hinging forward from the hip. Again, try to keep a nice long spine. You're opening up that area behind the knee. Move at your own pace. Not everybody's flexible, and we certainly don't want to hyperextend any muscles or cause any damage. This is to keep you healthy, not to make you unhealthy. And then just drop your head down towards your knee, if that's available to you. Again, walking yourself to an upright position. Pull both feet towards the groin. If this is your position that's open to you, perfect. Some of you are more flexible. You're like Gumby, so just pull it on in. Again, some of you may need to put a pillow or a blanket under each of your knees, like so. That feels good. You're just going to hinge forward a little bit. You're going to feel a stretch through the inner thighs. I'm going to remove the blankets so that I can get a deeper stretch. Use your breath to guide you. If you're doing this in the morning, chances are you're not as flexible as you are if you're doing it in the evening. Slowly hinge forward. And gently roll up to seated position. If that was intense for you, go ahead and just butterfly those legs like the monarchs that you might see if you're lucky enough. I wear many hats, and one of the hats I wear is I'm a certified reflexologist. And I tell you that because if you go ahead and massage that bony arch in your foot while you're doing any of these forward stretch poses, it's going to increase the flexibility in your spine. So just gently massage, between all those little bones. Just feel yourself creating length. And then hinge forward. See what happens. Experiment with this if you'd like. I find that I can get closer to the floor. One day, my goal is to get my head all the way down to the floor. But for now, I've got to stay right here. Great stretch. To come out of this pose, take both hands and put them outside your knees and simply bring your knees together. We're going to stretch our legs a little bit more. So turn to the side, and I want you to hold on to the backs of your legs and slowly, slowly, slowly roll your back down onto the floor, one vertebra at a time, so that you're going to be lying flat. And for this exercise, you notice that my strap is nearby because I'm going to need that strap when I'm stretching my legs. So let's come onto our backs. Straighten your knees. And if you want to hang out here for a second, go ahead. If you haven't had your coffee, you might fall asleep, so don't stay here too long. Bring both knees into the chest. Hug them. Maybe roll side to side.
massaging that spine. The spine is important. Let's wake it up. Take your strap, place it around the bottom of your right foot, and extend your right foot long and straight up towards the ceiling. Left foot will go flat down on the floor. This might be your stretch. However, some of you are more flexible or you want to increase your flexibility. So I encourage you to take that strap and pull the leg, keeping it straight, down towards your nose. If you prefer not to use the strap, that's fine. Just come up your leg like this. But otherwise, pull it down. Taking the strap in the left hand, we're going to slowly drop our right leg down to the floor. Keep the left sits bones flat on the floor. At no time do they roll up. Gently guide the strap so that your leg comes back to the starting position. Maybe point and flex a couple of times. It feels good. I'm going to bring my left leg up. I'm going to switch the strap into the opposing foot, lowering my right leg to the floor. Pulling my leg now down towards my knee. And if you want, just climb up that tree, climb up that leg. And taking the strap in the opposing hand, lower the leg to the floor. Again, my hip doesn't come up. My hip stays nice and flat. Coming up to center. Both feet, and I'm just going to pull it on down. My strap now goes to my shins, and I'm just going to rock it side to side. Some of you may want a little bit of a twist. So I'm going to take you into the reclining tree pose with the possibility of taking it into a twist. So put both feet on the floor, stretch your legs long, and go ahead and bend that right leg. So you're back in that tree pose. The sole of my foot is pressing against my inner thigh. If this is uncomfortable for you, we have that handy pillow or blanket nearby. This is your beginning stretch. Okay. I'm going to remove the blanket because I don't need it, and I want more of a stretch here in my inguinals. We're moving on to a stretch. The knee comes up. Take your left hand and place it on the outside of your right leg. The opposing hand is going to be on the floor. I'm lying flat. My inhale is here. On my exhale, I'm going to tip over to my left. Woo! That's a great spine stretch. Look up at the ceiling, or if it's available to you, turn your head and look out over your right arm. Release to center. Switch legs. Starting out in the tree. Then we're going to inhale. Leg comes up, and we're going to stretch. Try to keep that arm flat on the floor. And returning to center. I'm going to sit on up. Wow, that felt really good. Some of you may not have popped up as quickly as I did from that sequence, but I have some strong abdominal muscles.
And if you're interested in strengthening your abdominals, I will have other series. I'll have an abdominal strengthening series, which is really good because it's going to support your back. Important in life, especially as we get older. I'll have a hip opening sequence, heart opening sequence, and balancing poses, because some of us really need to practice our balances. It keeps us very centered in day-to-day life, both on and off the mat. And finally, I'll do some sun salutations, so that you can put together these sequences any way that you want, so that it becomes your yoga. And if you just want to stretch, you can do the 30-minute stretch with me in the morning, or if you don't have the time, just switch over and do the 15-minute stretch sequence with me. Stretching will keep you healthy and will keep you happy. I encourage you to make healthy choices throughout your day, and I send you blessings. From my heart to yours, thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.